What do you like about Canada the most? Give me 2 items.
2.
Yes, just 2.
The weather.
Okay.
And the system.
What system? Can you elaborate a little bit when you say the system?
The immigration system.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about it?
Yeah. So I know there are other countries where if you go and study there, you have to come back. You need to go back to your country, right? To stay back there is difficult. But I think Canada's system is a little bit easier.
Okay. Hello, everyone. And today I have a very special guest called Natasha. So Natasha actually came from Ghana about 3 years ago, and she went to University of Toronto. So today I just wanted to bring her here so she can talk about her experience moving from Ghana to Canada, and also how the school has gone for her so far. So Natasha, the floor is yours. You want to tell our audience where you're from, your background, the school that you went to, and so forth.
Okay. Hi, everyone. It's nice to be here. My name is Natasha. I'm from Ghana. I'm a Ghanaian. I'm from Labadi, Accra. So I'm a Ghan. My half is from Volta region, but I lived in Labadi all my life.
Yeah.
I went to senior high school in Kede Senior High in the Eastern region. Then I had my first degree in KNUST, in business administration in KNUST. And I came here to Canada to study a master's in information in University of Toronto.
Wow, that's amazing. The reason why I said it's amazing is growing up in Toronto in the late 90s, that was a dream of every Ghanaian kid, or I would say most Canadians, to attend uoft. And honestly, we were all denied because at the time, it was so hard to get into the university because of the OAC program. But with you now, you had the opportunity to come from Ghana straight to University of Toronto. Can you talk me through your process of, obtaining your admission to uoft?
Sure. So I have to start with, I was on a scholarship in university. So it's the Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program. On that scholarship in KNUST. And then whilst we were doing our national service back home, opportunity came that the Mastercard Scholarship here in uoft to sponsor a number of master's students. So usually just sponsoring undergrad. Yeah. So this time, I think they had surplus money, so they wanted to sponsor a number of master's students. And so we had to apply to the school first. Getting into uoft is very competitive, so you get the admission first before you can move on to apply for the scholarship. So I applied for the admission, and thankfully I got it. And then I applied for the scholarship. You need to write like a whole lot of essays.
Okay.
And I wrote that, and I got in.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So I think my next question that I have for you is that why specifically uoft and why Canada? Was there any other countries that you considered when you were starting your application processes?
So since I had scholarships for both levels of education, that shows that I'm not from a rich background. So after my first degree, I didn't have any hopes of, there was no money for me to, do my master's anywhere. So it was only uoft that I applied to because of the opportunity that came. It was not in my plans to do masters or anything, but I got first class in KNUST. A lot of my lecturers were encouraging me to do masters, but
Right.
So when this opportunity came, I applied, and thankfully I got it. So I didn't have to do a lot of applications, just this one.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. And now I saw a couple of your vlogs coming from Ghana all the way to Toronto. How was the experience for you living your first year in Canada and also going to uoft?
Right. So the first year of living in Canada, I didn't really focus on the country,
Mm-hmm.
I was coming into a new educational system.
Right.
All my focus was on doing well,
Mm-hmm.
uoft, because before I came, when I got admission into uoft, my lecturers were really excited. They were telling me how uoft has this reputation.
Yeah.
I didn't want to disappoint them and fail.
Yeah.
So I was focused on just doing well in my first year. It's a new system, it's a new way of teaching, it's a new way of doing assignments and everything. So I was just focusing on that. Sometimes I had issues or situations where you couldn't really understand accent of so it was all school, and we had our first winter. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad.
But I hate to do this in terms of comparison of schools. And I know you did your undergraduate in Ghana and you're doing your master's here. But can you take me through the process of uoft in terms of uoft versus KNUST, the education, the program, the structures, the teaching style, and everything that you learn?
So compare the two?
Well, just, a little briefing of each one.
Right. Okay. So Ghanaian education, KNUST to be precise, our teachings are teachings and assignments are very theoretical. So I think that's the difference. It's very theoretical in Ghana, KNUST, and then when you come here, you're learning the theory. And during your assignments, you don't have to do true and poor in your assignments.
Okay.
Yes. So I made a video about that some time ago.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And very practical.
Yeah.
So they taught you how to do something. They give you like a problem of an existing organization. To practice what you have learned. Would be your assignment. And then it would be marked based on how you understood it and how you manifested that in your writings and your research.
Okay. So now the question also that I have for you is living in Toronto the first year. How was it Toronto itself, the people, in terms of the weather, the food, and being adjusted to a new country? How was it for you, your experience?
Yeah, so the food aspect, first 2 weeks I suffered until I discovered the African shop. That's when everything started going well. Yeah. So Canadian people are very, very nice. Very.
It's good.
My classmates, you could just talk to anyone. They were like open to asking you questions. Oh, you're from Ghana, like what's your like, those kind of things. The weather, I loved winter because it was cool for me. So I love the weather. I had my other friends were like really suffering with winter, but it was okay for me.
It was okay for you. So what do you like about Canada the most? Give me 2 items.
2?
Yes, just 2.
The weather.
Okay.
And the system.
What system? Can you elaborate a little bit when you say the system?
The immigration system.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about it?
Yeah. So I know there are other countries where if you go and study there, you have to come back. You have to go back to your country, right? To stay back there is difficult. But I think Canada's system is a little bit easier.
Okay.
Yeah. So far as you have every document you are being required, I think it's easier to go through the system. The students, yeah.
Okay, so now speaking on that now, I know there's a lot of people back home in Ghana and other parts of the world that would like to also travel. Would you also advise them or recommend them to choose Canada as a destination?
Oh, yes.
And why is that?
Yes. Yes. Well, number one, I just mentioned the system is good.
Okay.
I think even if you come here as a student, I've been working since the first month I got into Canada.
Wow.
Yes, because we have student jobs on campus. And And yeah, most of our study permits us to work. But the hours are limited though, but you still, you still get something to do.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you're going to class Monday to Friday,
Wow.
Yeah, and you can't say you will be studying 24/7. So some time that you would use to, watch Netflix, you could use that 4 hours to do something and get some money.
Right.
Yeah.
So then what would be your advice for people that want to come in? Like, what would be your advice for them in terms of paperwork, the education, the tests that they have to go through? What would be your advice for those individuals that would like to migrate to Canada as a student?
For studies?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I have videos on this as well. But if you want to come to Canada, make sure that you know the requirements of the program that you want to do. For my program did not require me to write IELTS, the test. Yeah. But even though it's still in uoft, other departments have required you to write it. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, if you want to come here for education, go to the school's website, make sure you have everything they require. The process will be easier for you, I think. Yes. And for the visa application as well, it's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
If you have any questions, Canadian Embassy back in, I think it's in Osu, I've forgotten.
Okay.
But yeah, you could call them and ask them questions. It's anywhere in your application. If you're having like trouble understanding something, you just need to call them and ask them. It's like really easy.
So now speaking about Ghana now, what is your long-term plan now that you have settled in Canada for 2 years? It might be a little bit early for you, but I know that there's two sides to the coin. Other people would like to get the education and off they go back to Ghana. Other people also want to enjoy the privileges that Canada provides. Which side are you on?
I'm on the privileges in Canada.
Okay. Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, let's take for example, I have a master's from Canada, right?
Yes.
There are a lot of people with masters in Ghana and they are still unemployed for how long now?
Wow.
Yeah. So even if I want to help build the country and go back and I'm unemployed for 3 years, was that a good decision to make? I want to help my community. So I was brought up by that, not from childhood, but as part of my scholarship from undergrad to master's, we have something we call Go Back, Give Back, like community projects. So we've been doing that on like small scales.
Right.
Now that I am in Canada, if I should work here and I want to do something bigger in my community back in Ghana,
right,
that would be possible, because if I go back to Ghana and I'm being paid, let's say 1,005 cedis a month, how much can I take from that and help someone else in the community? Do you understand?
Right.
Yes. But if I get like $200 from here and I send that $200 back to Ghana, it's a lot of money. That could help like a larger number of people instead of taking,
Okay. So now people like myself, I've lived here for quite some time now. What would be your advice for people like myself? Should we relocate back to Ghana and help out Ghana, or what is your take for people that have been here for a long time? What would be your advice for us?
Well, if you've been here for a long time, I should think in all those years, you're still doing something for Ghana whilst you're here.
Right.
Yes. So I wouldn't say go back or stay. It depends on you. If you think you've reached all your goals that you set out to do for your life and you want to go back to, your homeland. I mean, home is always home,
Yes.
Though we would all like to go back home sometime, but if you feel like whatever you set out to do here in Canada, you're done with it and you're okay with how your life is, you can go and be on pension in Ghana and enjoy your money.
So I guess that's all I have for you, Natasha. I think it's been such a blessing to do this interview with you. So Natasha has her own channel called Tasha Yorks. And I'm gonna put the link below so that you guys can check it out. If you're looking for weight loss, abs, hairs, makeup, you name it, anything. And this is a Canadian content. So exactly, make sure you check it out. Subscribe to her channel. She has some good videos there. And thank you very much, sister, for this wonderful interview. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.